Hi everyone, welcome back. Today our journey is to three places: Vrindavan, Mathura and Gokul. The three sacred lands which according to Hindu scriptures are connected to little Krishna's mischiefs and miracles, all on the banks of river Yamuna. From Delhi, it is about 3.5 hours to reach Vrindavan. From Bareilly, it took us 5.5 hours by car to reach here. There are about 5,500 big and small temples here, and if you have to see everything, you will have to stay here for a month at least. We wrapped up our journey in about 4 days, and I'll take you through our experiences here. Most temples here open by 5ish in the morning and close by 12, and again open by 4ish and close by 9ish. To see Vrindavan around, it is best to take an e-rickshaw. The drivers are well knowledgeable about all the temples in the vicinity. We reached in the evening, and the first temple we visited is Prem Mandir, which is situated in a sprawling 50 acres with fountains, prasad hall, etc., and it was founded in the year 2001. The temple is made of pure white marble and is beautifully carved. The temple is very serene with a lot of place to just sit and imbibe the divinity of the land. There are many carvings of Krishna's life all around the temple. There is a huge structure of Govardhana Dhari in front of the temple. With the lights on, it looks spectacular in the night. You cannot take pictures inside the temple. As we visited Vrindavan in the month of Shravan, which is considered a holy month, it was a bit crowded. Next day, we went for Govardhan Hill Parikrama. Govardhan Hill is about 20 kilometers from Vrindavan. It is said that it is only the Govardhan Parvat, Yamuna and the Braj Bhumi that's existing from the time of Krishna. People who stay here are known as Brajvasis. We typed in Parikrama start point in Google Maps to reach the place, and there we parked our car and got into an e-rickshaw. As we had a small kid with us, we decided to do parikrama in e-rickshaw. The first place we stopped was the Kusum Sarovar, a beautiful pond made in Rajasthani architecture. King Jawahar Singh constructed this monument. There are many stories regarding this place. One is that Radha Rani used to come and pluck flowers from here. And another is that Narad Muni achieved a gopi form after bathing here. From here, we went to many different temples and water reservoirs known as Kund, all around Govardhan Parvat, which you can see a little far away from the Parikrama road. It disappears and reappears as you navigate the twisting and turning narrow pathways. Govardhan Hill looks pretty small when compared to the image we have with Krishna lifting it. But our driver told us that very long back, the shadow of Govardhan used to fall in the whole of Vrindavan, but now it has eroded greatly. As Govardhan is considered sacred, we are not supposed to stamp on it, and we do the parikrama on the path built a little away from the mountain. And you can see many goshalas around. I feel the cows here look very graceful and cute with beautiful eyes. Actually, there are many ways to do the 21-kilometer parikrama around Govardhan Hill. You can see many people walking. Some are even barefoot doing the parikrama by foot. It will take you 8 to 9 hours to complete it. Another type of parikrama I saw here was doing the parikrama not just by foot but by the whole body. You bend down, lie on the floor with your hands stretched, then get up and lie down again from where your hands had touched the ground. This type of parikrama will take you days to complete. Then I saw people sitting in an e-rickshaw holding a pot of milk which has a hole, and the milk drips, making a line on the path. Our driver told us that people do it after their wish is fulfilled. This is Mansi Ganga, one of the most important temples in Parikrama path. While some people start their parikrama at Danghati temple, others started here at Mansi Ganga temple. This temple is very crowded. The belief is Krishna manifested river Ganga using his mind, and so the name Mansi Ganga. From here we went on visiting temples after temples and ponds after ponds. You can see that in some temples it is stones of Govardhan that is worshipped. The parikrama actually consists of two parts, Badi Parikrama of 12 kilometers and Choti one of 9 kilometers. We were warned about temple priests who would simply call you, start chanting mantras and ask for money. So we stayed away from all such rituals and we simply let our hearts do the talking to Hari. This is Danghati temple, and the belief is that Krishna stood here lifting Govardhan. When the driver stopped at this temple of Radha, he told us, "Jaake prem se Radha Rani ko dekhe aana." What he said kind of sums up the experience that we can expect here. It is all about spiritual love, love between Krishna and devotee, love between Krishna and Radha. Then we got down at Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. Both are adjacent to each other. Though hard to believe, the story is that Radha made this pond by herself using her bangle. On Krishnashtami, this place is filled with thousands of pilgrims. With this, our Govardhan Parikram came to an end. It took us about 2 hours to complete the whole thing. After this, we went back to Vrindavan, and the next temple we visited is Nidhivan.